Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. Home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money and crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Fun weekend, right?
Yeah.
Fun weekend. You got plan A was fiat. Plan B was the Bitcoin, stock to flow chart. Plan C is working at McDonald's, I hear.
Yep.
So I heard, you know what I heard? Rand got blocked by Plan B because he renamed himself Plan C on Twitter.
That's funny. Wait, Rand named himself Plan C?
That's what I heard. That's why I think it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about it is, he unblocked him today. That's what Roald says over there in the basement on Twitch. But, the thing is that stock to flow chart is never coming back. And it's going to take a long time. Look, here's the thing. I know what it's like. We made some time frame things that didn't turn out to be correct. But, of course, he is saying that his is, long-term correct. And it just continues not to be. And if you pull up his Twitter, I pulled up his Twitter today. And I was kind of looking just kind of what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps showing.
Do you have the vMix app open?
The vMix app?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have that? It should
seeing.
be. Yeah. Right there. It says 0 FPS.
0. Okay.
You want me to close it and open it back up?
Yeah.
Okay, quit vMix capture. Pull it back up. vMix capture. Still says 0 connections.
Okay.
So we'll try to work on the screen here. Do you remember how to fix it?
Yes. Give me a second.
All right. So anyways, the point is on Plan B's Twitter, he keeps talking about that the bears are pushing it down right now, and that we're still going to see the same thing. We're still going to see all the numbers he believes we're going to see. But it's pretty apparent to me that we're not going to see, we're not going to see it. Is it ready? Can you show it now?
1 second.
Guys,
Should be.
there it is, 22, 30 FPS.
Boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so basically you go to Plan B on Twitter here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Plan B. Here it is, man. He's gotten so popular. He's got 1.6 million followers now.
Wow.
He's got to have the most in crypto.
That's up there for sure.
With who? Who else would pass him? Huh?
I think he's not higher than that. I think he's around 1 million.
1.3. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going parabolic on Twitter. Pop's supposed to come back on the show, but he hasn't reached back out to get a time to come on our show since our interview with him.
Yeah, he did
His interview
just
with me.
have a baby, so I'm sure that's
Fair enough. Well, we'll still
occupying
look
a
for
lot
it.
of time.
This is basically what Plan B is pushing here. Is that, thank you, Allison, for the throaty Cody. Is that the bears are pushing Bitcoin down, and he shows down here the stock to flow chart. Here it says, well, we're basically seeing the same thing here that we saw back there, and I just don't know if people are really feeling that right now. Maybe we are, and it would be really great, but I still don't think we'll see it go above the number. The number is 110,000 right now that it's got to get above. Seems like pretty far off, am I right?
Yeah.
It seems like pretty far.
It's funny. I was looking at that exact same chart this weekend. Basically, same thing you were saying. Like, he's making that case, and you're looking at it, and you're going, well, I guess I can see it, but I'm not really buying it at this point. Interesting, though, I did see this morning, Altcoin Daily, our buddies over there, tweeted 100% Bitcoin will not hit 100K in this year. Like, they've moved away from 100K in December at this point. So
100%.
They said 100%.
That's a pretty bold statement.
It was bold, so it'll be
Pretty
interesting to see.
Yeah. Willie Woo tweeted this, and Plan B retweeted it. I gotta say, like, I do feel him on this, which is basically this story about Albert Einstein. He went on the board. He did 9 to 10, the multiplication table, and then on 9 times 10, he put 91. Suddenly, there was chaos in the hall because Albert Einstein was wrong. The correct answer is 90, and all the students laughed at him. So Albert Einstein waited for everybody to shut up and said, even though I correctly answered 9 out of 10, no one congratulated me. When I got one wrong, everyone started laughing. It means that even if a person is very successful, society will notice his smallest mistake and they will enjoy it. So don't let criticism destroy your dreams. The only person who ever makes a mistake is the one who doesn't do anything. And, I really agree with that a lot because, regardless of whether Bitcoin goes to $100,000 this year or not, whether it goes next year or not, remember, we were telling you on this channel 3 years ago to buy Bitcoin when it was at $3,200. We were telling you to buy Bitcoin in the March crash when it was at $79. Ethereum, $79. We were telling you that. So we'll see.
Not to mention all the other ones along the way.
Yeah. And the question is at this point, what do we want? Do we want there to be a bear market? And so I'm right and Benjamin Cowan's wrong, or we just want to say he's right?
Yeah, long lengthened cycles would feel better. That's for sure. Like if it does continue to go up, but I'm not sold on that one just yet. But the longer it goes, unless I don't know, it's tough to get behind that. But I mean, he makes a strong case. I wouldn't mind it, but I still feel like, especially after what we saw over the weekend.
Well, I think worst case scenario is 70K was the top. Like that's obviously the worst case scenario, right? Because if $70,000 is the top, then it doesn't feel like the top.
Right.
And then that puts us right with everybody else next year, hoping that it's going to go higher. And like, does that move us down? And we've been pretty clear. We actually had a meeting this morning with our CFO. We are, somebody said I'm shifting the blame. I'm not shifting the blame. I'm not blaming anybody for anything. We told you this the other night. If we go below $40,000, we're selling everything. Now, I'm not demoralized. Somebody said I'm demoralized in the chat. I'm certainly not demoralized. And no, someone said lengthening cycles validated. That is certainly not validated. No, if you think that's validated, you're setting yourself up for a big problem down the road. Yeah. Here's the truth. You guys want to hear the truth about this? The truth about this is right now, we're at my break point. We're in the fall between September 28th and the end of the year. We're at pretty much the point where everything I predicted for years is like it's hitting now or it's not hitting, right? The lengthening cycle thing, you can't validate it right now. You're only going to be able to know whether that's true in 5 or 6 months. Yeah. It's 5, 6, 7 months. And so I think probably what we're going to see is we're going to see the same thing where, look, because here's the truth of it, guys. And this is something I've really had to come, I guess, kind of to grips with this morning, as I've really been thinking about a lot of stuff and been thinking about the markets. And I still believe we're bouncing back this week. I still believe it. Call me crazy. I do. But the fact is that Bitcoin is never going to do what everybody thinks it's going to do. XRP Master makes a great comment there. Everyone was wrong about this cycle.
Yep.
Everyone has been wrong about this cycle. No one has called this thing to a T. Not even close. So, we're all out here trying to do the best we can with the information that we have. And we just don't have that much information to go off over the last several years. We just don't. And so, I still believe there's a chance we hit 100K this month. I know it sounds insane. I'm going to wait till we get to the end of this month or the end of this week and, the end of next week. But the truth is we're out here. Here's the important thing. The important thing is when we are in a bear market that you're buying near the bottom, that sets you up to not have to worry about where the top is. Like if it goes below 40K, like guess what? We've still like 10,000x'd our money over the last several years. Okay. So the point is you just listen to everybody, you get the most information you can, and you do the best. And sometimes the markets are going to crash. Quick Dolo says nobody really knows. We're all speculating. I think when you start with that and you remember that all times, it is what it is. And then Frosty SA says we're all in this together, figuring things out. And that's the truth. And it's not just the audience that's in it with us. It's also we're in it with each other. A lot of us YouTubers, like we're in it trying to learn and trying to do the best to make the best predictions that we can. One of the big issues, like if you look at somebody like Pomp, for instance, no shade towards Pomp. We had our little thing. It's over. No hate, no shade towards Pomp. But Pomp's thing is basically he makes these really, really impossible to nail down predictions about Bitcoin. Like, oh, it's going to 100K. Well, when? It's going to 100K. never puts any dates, never puts any time frames on it. So we all believe eventually it's going to go over 100K. We all believe it's going to eventually go over 1 million. And so you just play it safe. And we don't play it safe on this channel. I tell you what I really think and what I really believe. And I get excited about making predictions. We really kind of plan things around what we think is going to happen, but it doesn't always happen like we think. So,
well, that's one thing I think is important too, is to have a plan and to execute on the plan, because everybody's situation is a little bit different depending on how much crypto you hold, when you got in, how much you're up, what your strategy is, what your end game is. But the most important part is that you do have a plan, and when it comes, you take action on it. Kind of like what we were just talking about. Our plan is when it hits 40K, we look at liquidating basically everything, because we feel like that confirms we're in a bear market. So if that happens, we react. If something different happens, we react to that.
Yeah.
So the most important part is watch every day, take in new information, have a plan, and execute. Because so many people have a plan, and then when the thing happens, they don't actually follow through with their plan. You know how many people I heard say, oh, if Bitcoin hits this price when we were going down, I'm loading up, I'm buying. I had, not to call him out, but our buddy from New Money Gang, Brian, so long said, oh, if Bitcoin hits 4,000, I'm buying 5 Bitcoin. I'm putting 20K in, getting 5 Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit 4,000. It felt scary. He didn't do it, so that happens a lot. So the number one thing is have a plan based on your own situation, your own research, and then when the time comes, execute.
Yeah. Now, so look, there's a lot of people in chat. Somebody said, is this an apology stream? This is not an apology stream. Look, guys, we just had, like, outside of the initial crash in May, we just had the biggest downswing we've seen in this entire bull run. The quickest, most out of nowhere move. And a lot of people are unsure right now. And you know what my job is? My job is not to come on this channel and say, the market is crashing, run, everybody. My job here is to come on and reassure people who may be having questions and doubts about the overall, is crypto valid? And I think it's important to have these conversations on days like this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are concerned, but it's important to understand there's a reason why that 4-year rule exists in crypto. I talked about it on Bloomberg Radio, on XM Sirius on Friday. 4 years in crypto and you will make money. There is nobody in here who has been in crypto since 2017 that is not left, that has not made money. I guarantee it. Absolutely. There's nobody in here. You agree?
I agree 100%. And I also saw another tweet over the weekend. I can't remember who did it, but I shared it. And it basically said, Bitcoin is the only trillion-dollar asset that can go from 1 trillion to 900 billion, and the whole world swears the entire thing's over. Like, no other asset exists like that.
No.
Like, it's clearly proven itself at this point. So
100%.
Well, let's look at it.
Let's check it out. Let's check out the market cap here. So here we go. Quite a long intro to the show. Yeah. We're going to LA today. Yeah. I'm supposed to hang out with him in crypto tonight. He's there.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun.
Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't mention
Oh, yeah. He's in LA right now. So, or do you have dinner plans tonight?
I do not.
Well, perfect. I think we're going to dinner with Chris.
Let's go.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Market cap coming in at 2.281 trillion. Oh, God, that's not good. That sucks. $130 billion. What's really interesting is that the market cap moves significantly and the volume is stuck at the same level. That's very interesting, isn't it? It was at 130 billion like all last week. Bitcoin dominance down, almost peaking below 40%. Ivan Baez says, as a new investor this year, for sure has helped me set up myself to be successful for years to come. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for sharing that story. Look at ETH dominance, 21.6.
Yeah, well, that was the big story.
That's the highest it's been in the cycle.
Yeah, that was the big story, was ETH going up with Bitcoin going down.
Yeah,
over the weekend.
Wow. Let's see if we can see the. Yeah, this is. Oh, look at that. This is so interesting. Do you guys see that Ethereum has actually now passed? So you've got Bitcoin and Ethereum by itself has now passed the rest of the crypto market combined. That's insane.
It is.
We saw that, I guess, that did happen in January. So I don't know. Maybe we're going to see a massive run up. Am I right? I'm trying to be positive. Look, I still think we're going back up this week. I still think we'll go over 50 before we go below 40.
Well, and that's important thing to mention too. The only thing we can tell you guys is what we think, what we feel, and what we're doing.
What we're doing. That's it.
And that's exactly what we do here every day.
How many people are watching right now?
We have 12,000 people watching, 1,700 likes.
Guys, let's go and get those like buttons up. I was watching some other channels. Their people like their videos a lot more than the BitSquad does. They have much higher like percentages. We have a lot of people that come in here and lurk and don't like. Guys, be a part of the community. Hit that like button. If you're watching on mobile chat, exit out of the live chat, hit the like button, come back in. If you're watching on smart TV, bottom left-hand corner of the screen, more actions, more options, and hit react and like the button. No, we're not doing a meetup in LA. I think we're going to do one around the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So this is a very quick trip. I'm filming Clerks 3 tomorrow with Kevin Smith. Actually going over to his house to watch a rough cut afterwards, which is pretty fun. Then we'll be back on Wednesday. I'll be back Thursday in the studio. We'll be remote live streaming tomorrow and Wednesday. And then Friday, I'm gone for the weekend. So, okay. All right. So let's look. ETH up 41.59, up 1%. Binance coin up 572. Biggest gainers of the day, BitTorrent, basic attention token, Pancake Swap, OKB. Some bounce backs today. You have Avalanche, still a great time to get an Avalanche down 18%. I mean, this is one to definitely is coiled up, ready to move again. Everything else is down for the week pretty much except for stablecoins. So there we go. That's what's going on with the markets. Now, real quick, if you guys want to join our trading competition with Femex, all you got to do, you want to drop that link in the chat so they can check it out. It's like Georgia's about to get liquidated by Michigan. Georgia's 7.5-point favorites, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I've got the link in the description right now. I'll put it in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Pin it.
Yeah, go ahead. Guys, I still don't feel like this is over, by the way. I still do not feel like this is over. So I know what you guys are, a lot of people are thinking, a lot of people are saying, but I still don't think that this is over one way or the other.
Well, and this is an important thing to remember, too. For a lot of new people, especially if you got in after May, you haven't experienced...
That spelling is so bad.
You haven't experienced a 20% drop yet.
Yeah.
And, for us that have been in this for a while, 20% isn't all that uncommon. But, 40, 50% at this stage in the game would be worrisome.
It's where it is in the cycle that's so concerning.
The timeline, yeah. But, Bitcoin does these kind of drops not all the time, but it's not uncommon.
Yeah. And I mean, look, I understand this lengthening cycle thing is still charting. But just remember the stock to flow is charted since the history of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden that thing's going awry.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there. Yeah. Congratulations, Alabama. I still think we're gonna beat you again. So we'll see. Or beat you for the first time since Kirby's been there. But this is our trading competition with Femex. We are actually going to start doing some leverage trading again on the channel for this contest specifically. Right now, we're coming in. We got 17 people who've joined so far. This is the first day we're really hyping it up. So you guys can hit that link, join the competition, join the BitSquad. If you haven't signed up for Femex, do that at bitboycrypto.com/deals. You can sign up right here and check it out. You can sign up and trade. We're gonna do it. We're gonna be probably fairly conservative with these trades. There's just a lot of volatility in the market, which might make it pretty fun. Just remember, guys, this is for fun. Unless you are a very experienced trader, then you certainly shouldn't. You certainly shouldn't just go all in on leverage trading.
Yeah.
Corey said Benjamin Cowan's looking right. Yeah, he's looking right because right now it's not the decision time for his prediction. So we'll wait until we get closer to the decision time, and then we'll see if he's right or not. If so, I will certainly congratulate him and say, "Great job, you nailed it." I certainly will. But we got a long ways to go before that happens. I mean, I think when Bitcoin was at 70K at the beginning of November, my prediction was looking great.
Right.
Right.
It can change quick.
Plan B was looking exactly correct.
Yeah.
So it can change really, really, really fast. So,
all right. Yep. Let's do some Q&A.
Here we go. Q&A. Hit it.
If this is not the bear market, what crypto projects are you looking to buy on a discount?
God, I just sound like a broken record sometimes, though.
Yeah.
I mean, XRP and Cardano have gotten crushed, and they're coming back. So, I mean, hey, Cardano is Benjamin Cowan's #1 coin. A lot of people are. I went in his comments the other day. I was in his comments just seeing kind of what his audience is feeling. Because, you know, a lot of us, it doesn't matter what is happening. Like if the price is going down, people are negative. And that was the comment I saw a lot in his negative comment was like, what about Cardano? What about Cardano? Your time frame is too small, folks.
Right.
Time frame is too small.
Always zoom out. That's always what it comes
and
down
FTT, that's my other one. That's my other big one right now. FTT is looking real good. They just got announced that big valuation. The NFT platform coming. I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you. Nailed it.
Oh, God, I felt that one down in my...
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Got a question from
You ever do
Megan.
that? You sneeze, you feel it kind of in your nether region a little bit. You sneeze so hard.
Large bag of XRP, average price 75 cents. Hold until the settlement is done or sell it now?
Great question. I mean, I feel like price goes under 40K. You know, I mean, these are interesting conversations we've been having this morning, which are if the price does go under 40K, like what's our strategy to sell? Because
in what order and
yeah, like do we go ahead and start rolling some stuff up now? But then if it doesn't go down, it goes up. Now you're looking at, you know, we sold at the worst possible time and capitulated when we shouldn't. So what we decided to do is we're not doing anything. We're not rolling anything up until Bitcoin gets below 40K. And then if we take more losses because we didn't plan ahead, I would rather take that than sell too early and then we end up being right and everything pumps next month or this month and, you know, altcoins go January, February and miss it all out. So the amount of money that we will miss if it does pump compared to the amount of money we'll miss if it drops is much greater. So we definitely want to be, you know, make the right decision.
It's all risk reward.
It really is.
Adam O'Brien, higher high in alts incoming ?
Well, you know, here's the thing. If in fact that was the top of the market, which I don't believe, still don't believe. I don't believe this 40K situation is coming. But if that was the case, then what we saw in the last month was altcoin season.
Right.
That was it. This was altcoin season. We had it. Avalanche, Solana, Terra Luna,
Gala.
like Gala Games. Like these are coins that absolutely ripped. That was it. I mean, that's what I think. But I do not think.
Which is why we don't think that was the top. So another question: what is Mr. X saying? Is he nervous?
No. Mr. X is never nervous.
Yeah,
he laughs at me about this stuff, and you know what he says? He likes to go back and point out, like, look at all the things we've been right about. Look at all the coins that we've given you ahead of the time when they've ran up for the entire year. Look at what we told you over the summer when we said there was definitely another run up coming. Look at all the people that made money because they held through that time. Now, if you held and then you didn't take profits right now, you might be back in the loss. But we're not, you know, necessarily giving the same message right now. We've given you a point where we've looked at and said we don't think it's going to go below this. I told you what he's told me. He's told me that, you know, he's the one that's been sending me a lot of these reports coming out of South Africa. And I'm going to say it again. We're not a pandemic channel. We're not going to talk about the pandemic. You know, they removed both my TikTok videos.
Oh, they did?
Community guidelines.
Interesting.
Yeah. But what you guys are going to see is this is true, what is coming out of South Africa, which is if you look at the death rate chart and the case chart, I made a TikTok short about this. There have been 4 major spikes in South Africa since the beginning of the pandemic, going back to March of 2020. Every time there's a big spike, there's also a death spike. It does trail it a little bit, okay? It does trail it a little bit. But where we're at in the parabolic spike of cases for the pandemic with the new variant in South Africa, we have already passed the point where the deaths should have started increasing. But this is rare. We've not seen this. The deaths are decreasing. The overall deaths are decreasing at a time when the cases are spiking. Why? This is going to become the dominant strain. You're already hearing stuff coming out of the media about this. It started coming out today and last night. Old Dr. Grouchy, he said, it looks like it's too early to tell, but it looks like this is not as severe as the last variant. Basically, this is nothing more than the flu. This new variant is nothing more than the flu. People will get sick. There's been no deaths. There's been 0 deaths from this variant. 0. It's in 40 countries right now. Parabolic in South Africa. 0 deaths from it. So this is setting us up for this to become the one that gives us herd immunity because it's more resistant to the jab. It's also more resistant to natural immunity, meaning if you had it before, you can get it again much more easily with this. So this is setting us up for the end of this pandemic by March, and that also sets us up next year for the deflation to come in, like we've been talking about, the deflation to come in as the money train is over, as now nobody has any more excuses about not going to work. So we'll see what happens. That is what he's telling me. He says there are several news events that are going to be coming soon that are going to be pushing the price back up. That is one. And somebody said the flu kills people. The flu does kill people. Some years more than others, but I mean, relative to the hype and the narrative about what's been going on. Obviously, we know it's not as serious, supposedly. So
Exactly. Couple quick last questions.
I'm not a doctor.
This
I'm
one,
just telling you what he tells me. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, this one really isn't a question, but BTC December low higher than the BTC September low, so why be worried? But then last question, do you think Polkadot is still any good?
Yeah, Polkadot's fine. I mean, they just launched their repair chains. It's fine. Look, I guess let's go and get into the charts here. And after the charts, we'll do that mention. When you're looking at the chart here on the 4-hour, now we did just get a green dot on the momentum wave down here for market Cipher B. But yeah, I mean, if you go back to September on the daily chart,
that candle, man,
is something, man.
I was watching that thing. It was brutal.
I was asleep. Thank God. If you go back to September, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's a great point. We are looking right now at a higher low. Almost, you could kind of make argument, almost a double bottom here. So, the bond yields aren't matching Fed taper tantrum talk. Do you want to know why? Because they're trying to keep the bonds in relation to the stablecoin yields. So that's why the bonds haven't tanked yet. But they will be. I said 6 months. They have a 6-month program. That's another topic here. You can move on the charts on the ticker. But yeah, we do have a higher low here, so that's good. We are kind of, I mean, this is a really strong level of support here where we're at 49,000. If you look back, you see several times that it touched 49,000, obviously here, here, here. So, we have seen here, we've seen this level be pretty important. So we'll have to see what happens. I certainly hope that we are going to see the move up. But there are a lot of similarities when you really start digging in to this and this. We just got to hope that those similarities don't play out and that we do get a little more bullish. So, but yeah, technically, I mean, he's right. I mean, you got a low, you got a higher low, you got a higher low, but it's just barely. If you look at the close, though, it is much higher. If you look at just the closes and not the wicks. So I don't know what went on with that wick, but I'm trying to see if maybe there's any maybe any information got past me while I was talking about all that. I have not seen. There was a new report from BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, with a good bit of DeFi talk in it. They're pretty concerned about that, obviously. So, the real good chart here is Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum is looking really good. We are in the ETH to Bitcoin pair. I mean, look at this thing. It is still making new highs. I mean, this is the highest we've been the entire cycle, I think. Yeah, it is. This is the highest we've been the entire cycle, which means there's a good chance this thing goes parabolic above 10 right here. So definitely something to watch there. I also wanted to pull up the Nasdaq chart here. Because look at that, the Nasdaq. So here, this is what I was talking to. I think I was talking to Carl this morning. I can't remember who I was talking to. I did talk to Carl this morning. But what I was talking about was the fact that, the major difference between this market dump and the May market dump is that we had a narrative around Chinese FUD and Bitcoin mining and environmental stuff, right? But you know what did not move with that narrative? The traditional markets, the stock markets. The things that have been moving at this point, when you look at the Nasdaq chart from when Bitcoin topped out, are the regular markets. And supposedly, a lot of stuff coming out about this new variant in this report this week should push the price back up of the regular markets. And, when you look at the regular markets, I don't think they've necessarily. Now, it has not. Here's a little bit of hopium for you guys. I mean, it really has not broken down through support yet on a lot of these lines here. So as long as that doesn't break well below support, then maybe we're still going to be good as soon as these traditional markets turn around. But I think I've been told not to give you these these fake timelines that I make up in my head. I think it's got to be this week though, right? I mean, if we're going to see 100K by the end of the week or by the end of the month, like we got to bounce back quick. I mean, we can't get on Christmas and be at $39,000 or $49,000 and see 100K. I mean, I don't think we can. I'll never really figure out what Bitcoin's doing, I guess, but so anyways, that's what's going on with the Nasdaq here, which is pretty similar. Now, I do want to show you guys some stuff on the longer time frames for Bitcoin. We are still waiting right now for this large green dot to show up. We almost got it last week, but we didn't get it. This could act as a trigger wave and shove everything back up, which certainly is possible. When you look back at the last time we got some big green dots, you guys see what happened this run up here. We got one here, and you could really make the argument that, it went up too, but obviously wasn't, it still had some more downside, which, you would have seen the blood diamond, which told you that was coming. But when you look back over here, I mean, really for the whole last year and a half on the daily chart, we've only had a small handful of these. We had these in March. We had this in September, right before the run up. We had this one, which was invalidated by the yellow X's. And then we had this one, which, has led to a massive run up. So, but the thing is that in a bear market, which this ByBit chart doesn't cover the bear market because ByBit started in late 2019. In a bear market, you're going to get green dots and they're going to be relief pumps. They're not going to necessarily be straight up to the moon. So something to watch now, the 23-hour chart.
Here we go.
23-hour chart. We got another big green dot. But you know what I noticed on this 23-hour chart? They don't really play out that good. This one did. That one played out. That one played out somewhat. These all did not play out. So look, this 23-hour chart, I don't know who's it. Is it Damon that sends us these?
I think he loves them.
He loves the 23-hour and the 11-hour chart.
It was fun hanging out with him in Miami.
It was awesome hanging out with Damon. Somebody said that the 23-hour chart is much better because it gives you a 1 hour head start on the daily chart. Doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any
Not
sense.
at all. It makes zero sense. I was watching some guy's live stream last night.
That's fun logic, though.
Who's this guy that I was watching? Jordan Camerand, crypto. This guy. I was watching this guy's live stream last night. He didn't know I was in there. It's funny, like a lot of people that were in his chat were talking about me. Mm-hmm. But he has this thing where it's like you have to subscribe and then you have to be subscribed for 5 minutes before you can comment. So I couldn't even comment on stuff they were saying. Somebody was like, BitBoy lives and dies by that 23-hour chart. It's like, no.
Definitely not.
I laugh about the 23-hour chart every time we talk about it. So it's so funny, the stuff that gets lost in translation.
Mm-hmm.
Like we bring up the 23-hour chart one time because Damon says, and now it's BitBoy swears by the 23-hour chart.
Yeah.
I can promise you I've never made a decision in my life based on the 23-hour chart.
I would say the two we use the most are the 4 hour and the daily.
Yeah, 4 hour and the daily for sure. Those are the ones. Even the hourly is. I'm probably going to trade the 4 hour for the contest. It starts next Monday. So, okay. Guys, I wanted real quick. I got a couple things I want to mention as we move into the stream here. We got this here. So this is our, and we'll have to start that over. The Bitcoin on sale. We got this, guys. We are going to be doing the BitBoy Secret Santa. Okay. This is where we want to help 5 families. We're going to give 5 families 1 Ethereum each. Okay. Now, last year we did something similar. I think we did $1,500, which was, I think, more than an ETH last year at this time.
Yeah.
But, last year we had people sending their own stories. It's going to be easier to judge, I feel like, if you send us in stories of someone else. So you got to basically nominate somebody for this. These are families that have maybe been hit hard by a disaster, or maybe they lost their job or whatever. We want to help 5 families out for Christmas. We're going to give them 1 ETH each. They can choose to keep that ETH and, but probably they're probably are in more dire straits. They'll probably need to, cash out and, get some money for the holidays. And so we're going to run this until the 15th. It's only going to run for, I guess, a little over a week here because we want to make sure that they get the money in time to do something with it. But if you could send us an email, if you have an email, or if you have a story of someone you know that does need help, to secretsanta@bitboycrypto.com. And we're going to look at all these and we are going to, figure out. It's hard to judge. We know there's a lot of stories, but we would love to help everybody. But at this point, maybe a Bitcoin goes to 100K. But we can't help everybody at this point, but we certainly want to help as many people as we can. So this is something we do every year. We love it. We love helping people for the holiday season. So got to remember the reason for the season.
Yeah, and I will say, guys, please take this seriously. I mean, obviously, I think somebody in the chat, they were joking, but they said, my cousin bought the top. Does that count?
No, that doesn't.
Obviously, that's a joke.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like he said, we want to help families in need. So
absolutely,
take a minute and put some thought into it. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, that would be really good. So we really want to help families that really need it. So I know a lot of people have needs out there.
And don't make up a fake family because you're trying to get the ETH. We'll figure that out.
We'll sniff it out.
Yeah,
for sure. We will sniff it out.
We're used to dealing with scammers.
Guys, we got this for Pluto Alliance. Right now, guys, we are doing Brian Evans, who's a creator of some projects. He's an entrepreneur. He is doing a $25,000 giveaway and a Mutant Apes Yacht Club NFT. All you got to do is like and retweet this tweet. Follow Pluto Alliance and Brian Evans. Tag 3 friends. Mint 3 V2 aliens for 1 entry. Then every mint after 3 is 1 entry. You guys can check out the link here at Pluto Alliance. We still have several of these remaining. Obviously, the market crash didn't help with the NFT sale. But here you go. You got a chance to win a Mutant Ape Yacht Club or NFT or $25,000. So if you go to our page, you can find that. You can find that on our page. I believe we got 710,000 followers on Twitter these days. There it is, right down the page a little bit, so you guys can find that. Last thing is I want to talk about PathDAO for a second. This is a project that we're invested in. Bear didn't phase us. Thanks to our community and backers' conviction, we raised $5 million in 14 hours. If you believe in the metaverse and fintech for the unbanked, join us now on Copper Launch. Now, is it Copper Launch? Is that the Avalanche project that we were looking at the other day?
Not sure.
Maybe it was just Copper. I thought it was Copper Launch, I think. Anyways, maybe somebody can confirm that. But PathDAO announces high-profile backers and advisors in lead up in preparation for its Copper Launch BLBP on December 4th. Gaming Guild. What does that say?
Where?
Gaming Guild.
Oh, gosh. Fintech. Only in crypto.
PathDAO has just unveiled a high-profile lineup of advisors, game partners, and private backers. Defiance Capital and Merit Circle, some big ones. Alluvium, which a lot of people really like. Kieran is involved in that. Of course, Paid Networks, Kyle, is it Chassis? I think it's Chassis. Engine Starter CEO. A lot of big people are involved in this one. So you guys want more information on this one. There you go. You got a lot of the partners on there. I think they want to put our logo on there too. Maybe. I think they asked about that, which is fine. I think they asked. Maybe it was a different project, but I do think it was them. But if you guys want to find out more, you can find this article on Cointelegraph.com. And let's see, where is the link to this project? Here are all the links at the bottom. PathDAO.io if you want to check it out. So pretty good stuff there. So that was not a sponsor segment, but a project we are involved in and invested in. So, okay. Hussein says 100,000 by the end of December 2065. Well, that is positive. That's positive. Thank you for that. Okay, let's move on here. Oh, let's see. Here we are. Analyst says Bitcoin is on sale.
Wow.
I can't make this up here. Oh, is this true?
What?
Hold on. So the verdict just popped up just now. Let's see. News. Oh, that's 4 days ago. No, that's not breaking news, I don't think. That's not. There's no way that's true.
Is that thunder? Jeez.
Do you read this? This has got to be a meme, right?
I can't really.
The verdict is in. The jury says Craig Wright is the sole force behind Bitcoin.
I saw that. Somebody else told me
Is
that.
this
in the chat.
true?
He
There's
may,
no way. This got to be a meme, right?
he may have won that case, basically claiming punitive damages, but I'm not sure if. Who cares, to be honest?
This is so stupid. This
Guys-
is going to give him so much ammunition.
Yeah, Craig Wright is a fraud. Just
He's a fraud.
remember
It's
that.
so obvious. He's never moved the crypto.
Yeah.
He's had a million chances to move the Bitcoin. He's never moved it.
That's all he'd have to do to prove it.
God.
He doesn't have to go through all this legal
No.
crap. He's just trying to do it because he thinks that's the only chance he has to win.
Basically, what they found was that Dave Kleiman's estate has no right to the Bitcoin.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that Craig Wright is the...
It wasn't even worth.
You got to be kidding me.
They actually.
Well, I was hoping it would like put the nail in the coffin. I'd be
I
like,
know.
here we go. We all know it's not him.
They actually reached out to us to email. They emailed us to see if we would cover the largest lawsuit regarding the biggest stake of 1 million Bitcoin, and it's just like, get out of my face with that crap. It's a joke.
Now there's fake breaking news.
Yeah. All right.
100%. Okay, back to this. Bitcoin price is dropping back toward monthly lows, but analysts agree the current range is a buy zone. Bitcoin's downtrend extended a few rungs lower on December 3rd after the price dropped 54,000. Investors seem concerned. Here it is. I told you guys what this is. I mean, I hope you guys listen to me. Investors seem concerned at the emergence of the new variant and hawkish comments from the Federal Reserve. Meanwhile, veteran investment icon Charlie Munger compared the crypto market to the dot-com era that ended with the bubble popping. Now, that does have me a little concerned, to be honest with you, because those were the exact same things he was saying at the top of the last market, trying to look like a genius when he knew that thing was about to run up. They're about to end, or the short term. Charlie Munger looks like the Crypt Keeper. You remember the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt?
Yeah.
That's what Charlie Munger looks like.
Right. Regardless, I would say both Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, neither are known for their.
I wouldn't mind it if both of them kicked the bucket here soon.
Well, I'm just saying neither one of them are known for being
Not wishing
good
that on them, but wouldn't mind it.
tech investors.
Yeah.
Like, they don't understand technology. I mean, they're great investors,
Never
obviously,
Never
but
these guys are to the point where they're doing damage and they're hurting people that listen to them.
Right.
So yeah, Charlie Munger is still alive. I can't believe it either. It's quite shocking. That was too harsh. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
I don't really mean that. I just mean like their time is gone. Their time's past. It's time for newer people to rise up.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they keep picking their voices up and saying stuff against technology that they don't understand, they're constantly the old man yelling at Bitcoin, and it's ridiculous. They should stop. But of course, that's the thing about old people. They don't remember what you told them.
Well, what I was going to say is one person I think
has
has done a really good job transitioning is Mr. Wonderful, who very
Yes.
quickly, he was anti-Bitcoin at first, took some time, learned about it, and now I saw a video over the weekend saying he'd actually rather be paid in crypto than to be paid in dollars at this point, which is quite the big switch.
Well, that's that's not actually true. Elio actually did a video a while back that uncovered that Kevin O'Leary was actually really bullish on Bitcoin early on.
Well,
and then
still
backed away
accumulating.
and started saying it was a scam app while he was loading up.
Yeah.
And then came back out on the other side.
Well, that's what all the rich people do. They FUD it while they accumulate. Now he's got his bags packed and he's very pro.
Yeah. So, but I don't think he's going to reverse course at this point. Maybe.
No. But my point is, he would be in that traditional mindset of a lot of those investors, done very well for a long time, but seems to see where things are going. Still on the forward-thinking mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder what. So fear and greed index is 31 right now. What's today's date?
Today is the 6th.
Yeah, this is a very old article. It's from the December 3rd.
Yeah.
Because it says here, strong support at $52,000 to $53,000. How's Jeb doing? Is Jeb feeling better?
I don't know. I know he was sick. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
16.
Right.
Wow.
People are scared.
Pretty interesting.
Usually a good opportunity.
But there has been this big conversation about like people put up this meme of Carl's predictions, or when he said like buy the dip, and a lot of times when he would say the buy the dip, it would go down a little bit further. But the thing is, it went back up, didn't it?
Right.
So if you were accumulating anytime he said to accumulate, it wouldn't have been the maximum best entry points, but you still would have done pretty well. But there comes a time when buying the dip is not a good idea. That's called the bear market.
Right.
So, usually the fear and greed index being so low is great, but it's also going to be at its lowest, as Bitcoin is crashing down, once we hit a bear market.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was just about to say, is it's usually a good opportunity to buy until it's not.
Let's see. We wiped out the October gains, which wasn't fun. And, the latest crash wiped $1 trillion from the market. So that was fun. Peter Schiff suggests that Ethereum has disrupted Bitcoin. Here it is. Here's his transition. Here it is. He transitions to ETH, continues to hate on Bitcoin, but he moves to Ethereum. Okay. Peter Schiff sets up smart contracts so that every time gold goes up, he automatically says, I told you so. And whenever Bitcoin goes down, he automatically says, I told you so. And it only triggers those ways.
Yeah. I saw somebody call in when Bitcoin was crashing. They're like, please, Peter Schiff, come out and say something negative about Bitcoin so it'll bounce.
That's good. I don't know if they're ever going to release that. Such a good debate I did with him.
Yeah.
All right. So the gold bug referred to the second largest crypto as Bitcoin 2.0. He also suggested Bitcoin might have already been disrupted. I mean, if we do go up from here, Ethereum is passing Bitcoin, I believe, in this cycle, temporarily. What did they clip there? What were they?
I don't know. Look at that. Who knows?
Ben schooled him so bad it'll never come out. Possibly. Possibly. That does happen. I do school people from time to time. Bitcoin, Ethereum up 48 and 325%. El Salvador bought the dip, yada, yada, yada. Ethereum bulls retain hopes of 10K despite ETH price chart bear flag. Ethereum risk dropping 3,200 as its latest ETH price declines triggers a classic bearish setup. Now, I just have a giant problem with making charts based on a wick. Like, that wick was so dramatic and it bounced so fast that, should that time even be valid, where it was below 47K? It literally was below 47K, I think, for like 10 minutes. Is that right? Do you remember?
It was very short.
It was very, very, very brief. So, anyways, let's see. ETH dropped on December 6th to an intraday low of 3,900. Conservative traders typically spot bear flags. This is the conservative traders that are looking for them, right? Bear flag, get out. When instrument consolidates higher inside a parallel channel after a considerable price drop, it hits and more pain for Ether ahead. Some analysts believe that Ethereum token has some more room to run to the upside. The weekly close above 4K means that ETH is one of the strongest looking altcoins out there. Pseudonymous analyst, who is that? Posty XBT, okay. Adding that not many held the structure despite the wick. Meanwhile, another crypto analyst, Crypto FOMO, also referred to the Saturday rebound as a reason to stay bullish on Ether. It's crashing a lot less than other ones. I think, it also kind of gives you some hope maybe for the bear market if Ether is going to hold a little bit better than we've seen it in the past. And I think we will. I think that we will see Ethereum hold better than the previous bear market. I do believe. I think that at this point, Ethereum has established itself as not an altcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins at this point. That's the way I view it. You view it the same way?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say Ethereum's kind of in a category of its own.
Yeah. I agree. When somebody says, hey, give me your best altcoin, I say Ethereum, they're like, huh? Why? That's not what they want to hear. Strong fundamentals, yada, yada, yada. Ethereum gas fees exceeded 500 Paraguay while traders panic sold their holdings. That's a bad spot when you're having to pay like, $1,000
huge fees
dump
to
your bag.
sell. Yeah.
Once that was wicked, will candlestick. Oh, once that was wicked, will candlestick. That's a quote from Matty B, apparently. So shout out to Matty B. All right, let's move on here. We need multi-chains. Are you into chains?
Yeah.
DJ? You're into it?
I like chains.
You can get into it?
I can get into it. Lots of different chains.
Okay. Name them. Name those chains.
Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, Cosmos.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, there's a few.
I hate to be at your house after hours. That sounds interoperable.
Would you? Yeah. I don't know.
The only question is it scalable?
Oh, it scales.
Oh, it scales. All right. Multi-chain world is key to the success of Web3 and the metaverse. You know, I've been seeing a lot of TikTok content on not just metaverse, but on Web3. A lot of developers are now starting to talk about Web3 as this really big opportunity, which is kind of cool.
It's the cool thing to talk about. Now everybody's talking about it and trying to figure out what they want to say.
And I tell you what, we were talking about Web3 a long time before it was popular. We got that one in our hat at least.
Yeah.
You know,
both weeks.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Like a few weeks, I would say.
Few weeks. No, we talked about Web3 since last year.
Well, not okay, metaverse. I was thinking.
Yeah, Web3. Yeah. We talked about metaverse for about 5 weeks. Well, we've been talking about Sandbox a year and a half.
That's true.
So, many of the problems faced by blockchain ecosystems are the same problems faced by the internet when it was starting. The most pressing issue is the issue staying in the way of mass blockchain adoption is scalability. We actually talk about scalability on a video coming out about Harmony here pretty soon. Multi-chain is a series of bridges and parachains that connect existing blockchains to provide services and work around the limitations of older technologies, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchains such as Solana, Near, and Cosmos. Woo! God, man, fired up today.
Yeah.
I had to sneeze for about 12 seconds, and I knew it was coming. I just had to keep reading. Cosmos are examples of such solutions. Their goal isn't to delegitimize the existence of other blockchains, but to allow users to fully take advantage of them. How do we build a multi-chain? None of you guys care about that because you're not developers. Bridges are not limiting to transferring tokens. There's some bridges. We might be taking a look here at Nervos pretty soon, which is a bridge project, I believe. I like Nervos. Nervos is a good one. We don't talk about Nervos enough, but I do not, just for the record, I do not like to equate candlesticks to sex toys, just so you guys know. A lot of you guys love that language. We don't use that language on this channel. I see somebody making a comment, and it got automatically blocked because we have those words blocked on the channel. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about right now. Polkadot is a fascinating case in the blockchain world, conceptualized as blockchain of blockchains. The idea stemmed from the desire to create an ecosystem where numerous interconnected chains can be designed to perform specific tasks. Developer believed that no one chain could compete with all the tasks that markets may require, suggesting instead to collect numerous solutions. Multi-chains in the financial world. I mean, it's pretty obvious to understand how multi-chains can work. It just gives you more options. It's the next logical step in the path towards mainstream adoption. So look for some of this stuff. Harmony is one that fits this as well. I should change my name to Little Sneezy. That's pretty funny. How many people we have watching right now?
We have about 14,000 people, 5,400 likes.
How many?
5,400.
Oh, we can get to 8,000 likes today.
Yeah.
Guys, do us a favor. Hit that like button. Boom.
Boom.
There you go.
Hit it.
All you got to do is hit the like button if you're watching on mobile, exit the live chat. Hit the like button, come back if you're watching on smart TV, bottom left-hand corner screen, more actions, more options. Hit react and then hit like the button or like the video. It's the number one thing you can do to help the channel out. The number one thing. We certainly appreciate you. So, but it's really easy to understand like why these multi-chains are so popular and DeFi, Metaverse, Web3, it's all going to be connected. This is all stuff that we're going to need to do. Ftt price prediction, $1 zillion. I believe that FTT is going to be the number one exchange token. Probably
by market cap.
Yeah. Binance Coin's so far ahead though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say by the end of next year. 2 years. 2 years. Gonna be number one. I mean, you agree it's gonna pass Binance Coin at some point, right?
It seems that way at this point. I mean, with Binance seems to be trending down.
Binance has been disrupted.
Seems to be trending up. So that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see who else they would have to compete with. I think they're already bigger than CRO, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wait, no. Not CRO's had a massive pump, so it's back up. I like CRO too, but FTT's just got more financial cartel ties. Yeah. So I think it's going to be going up more.
Well, it's doesn't have too far to go. It double up-ish, maybe a little more to catch CRO, but in 2 years it can do that for sure. Yeah, there's definitely big money behind it, and it's on the rise. Those other, Crypto.com's been around pumping that up for years now. Give FTT some time. I agree. I think it'll catch it.
Somebody says, not going to happen. Binance is too global. FTX is global.
Now, yeah, they're moving global. That's what I'm
But
saying.
they've been global. Like
Well,
that's why you have FTX.US.
That's what I'm saying. But it's trending up globally, where
Right.
Binance is trending down.
Binance
globally.
is meaning resistance at every turn.
Yeah.
Why? Because Coinbase is in the club and Binance isn't.
Yeah.
Gemini isn't in the club. Binance is not in the club, guys. That's why you see all this nonstop FUD about they're all going to jail all the time. And look at all the problems they've had at Binance.us. It all comes from the problems they have at the top. And I'm not saying CZ is an issue, but he's a little bit of a maverick. And that is an issue. The regulators don't like it.
Yeah.
Sam Bankman-Fried plays ball with them. Uncle Brian Armstrong, he plays ball with them. Winklevoss twins play ball too, but they went against Zuck too early, so they're also not in the club. So, all right, Sand Metaverse token reached 3 billion in transactional volumes in the last 24 hours. What is the price of this at this point?
Sand?
Yeah, I'm gonna look real quick. It was at 750, I think.
527 is what I'm saying.
527. What a good retracement. Yeah, we bought this on the dip.
Yeah.
So they said, but CRO has Matt Damon. Well, tell you what,
FTX has Tom Brady, Steph Curry. I mean, they'll be all right.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
After a mind-blowing 700%, it went through a rapid volume that reached $3 billion. It reported that Snoop Dogg built a mansion inside. I heard like somebody paid like $400,000 for the land next to Snoop Dogg's.
Wow.
I think.
Not surprised. I mean, they were pushing that hard at the CentralCon.
Yeah, Sandbox. Why? What about Digital City? What we build? It's fun. It's nice. Put it up there. Very promotional. According to whale tracking services, large investors are also interested in metaverse tokens like Sand, with token holdings among whales reaching 160 million. Let's see. They have a play to earn model, so pretty cool stuff. Virtual land. Here it is. Look at this. We got the story today. Virtual land adjacent to Snoop sells for $450,000 in Ethereum. So is it because we don't smoke weed?
Well,
is that why?
Funny
enough,
enough,
I don't smoke weed.
The Steeler 426 said he's building a dispensary right next to Snoop's spot. That's pretty funny.
You know what I'm going to build?
What's that?
A rehab.
There you go.
I'm going to buy, y'all, let's put a fund together. Let's buy some property close to Snoop and let's open up a rehab. Okay.
Well, what's the what would
kind
a
of kidding.
Point of a dispensary in the metaverse be? Like, you smoke fake stuff? Like, I don't know. It doesn't even make any sense.
It would be better to sell like weed skins.
Like, yeah, tattoo shop makes a lot more sense.
I like the tattoo shop idea.
Yeah, and then you've got like NFT tattoos and stuff.
Yeah, I came up with that idea.
Did you?
Well, Justin said he wanted to open a real one, and I came up with the idea for a virtual one. Yeah. So I think that would be cool. I mean, you could sell some weed stuff. I don't know. Get digitally high. Now, here's a question. If I smoke weed in the metaverse, did I relapse? That's a question.
That is a question.
I don't know what the answer to that question is. I'm just going to stay safe. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
so.
Better safe than sorry.
I'm sober from all things, so not just that. I know, look, people want to do that. They want to smoke weed. It's fine. I don't care. That's their own preference. It's probably going to be legal in the United States soon, whatever. It was bad for me because it led me to other things for sure. And there's a lot of people it does lead to other things, but for some people they can do it, and probably maybe not a vast majority, but I'm sure a lot of our audience do it. And you know what? Just y'all do you. I'll do me.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Let's see here. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet the Felon Yellen, or Janet No Tellin Yellen, says she's undecided whether the Fed should issue digital currency. Now, it's interesting. Is she making a thumbnail? Is that a thumbnail? That's a thumbnail. Good job.
Look at that.
All I need now is a bad haircut. Now, we are in agreement. She has a bad haircut, right?
Yes.
Or no? Yes. Okay.
And it looks almost like the Graham Stephan thumbnail school right there.
Like
it
does.
It's not far.
Is anybody in here other than us?
Nope. Just us today.
I think we're alone now. You know what I want to go get that cup that somebody made for me. It's like, it shows like Bitcoin up, how much everything's up for the year,
Yeah.
Then it's a Janet Yellen, and it's got that Tweety Bird picture, and it just says down 1,000,000%. It's pretty funny.
That is.
We'll have to show that one day. But anyway, she says she hasn't made up her mind. Now, it's interesting because she supposedly, right? She supposedly has opinion on everything. Why does she not have an opinion on this? Because she's been told not to have an opinion on this for the moment.
Yep.
She's not decided whether the Fed should develop a digital dollar. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said Thursday during an interview at Reuters next conference that she has not formed an opinion. She explained the decision will require broad consensus among her handlers. I mean, Congress, that is. The central bank and the White House. Treasury Secretary believes more study is needed. I see both pros and cons to doing it. Well, she knows all about being a con. And my own mind is not made up about this. She got a lot of stuff going on under that hair. 87 countries are currently exploring a CBDC, but interesting, none have really released it yet, right? We know the digital yuan. But somebody said Brad Garlinghouse tweeted. What did he tweet? Look, Federal Reserve Governor Lael Brainerd has called on the Fed to urgently develop a digital dollar. She said in July that she cannot understand why the U.S. is not actively developing a central bank digital currency when China and other countries are doing it. Now, Brainerd is the one that got not approved, right?
I thought so. Well, I can't remember.
Brainerd is President Joe Biden's nominee to serve as vice chair. This is an old article. This is from last week. No, it says December 6th. She said this a while back, though, because somebody sent me this story like a week or something like that. Oh, I know what it is. I know why she doesn't have an opinion on it. Because the banks haven't paid her $2 million to come give a speech and give her opinion on it yet.
Right.
Because that's what they do. She made $6 million on speeches last year on Zoom.
They got to pay her
from central banks
to come share her opinion, and then they tell her, "Oh, that's a good opinion for you," or "No, let's tweak it a little bit."
So frustrating. Yeah. 40,000 XRP transferred from unknown wallet to Coinbase. Well, it's not dumping then. How about that? They're really telling me to check out this tweet. So, guys, don't forget to check out our Secret Santa thing. I talked about it a little bit earlier. You guys make sure to follow that tweet. Also, check out the Brian Evans tweet. Let's see what old Brad Garling. Am I following Brad Garlinghouse on Twitter? Is he following me? That's a better question. No, he's not following me. I'll follow you, Brad. Brad, follow me back. You do me, I'll do you. I do have more followers than you, Brad, so it might be good for your clout. The SEC is making up as it goes. 7 minutes ago, asking for myself, and a friend. The SEC is making it up as it goes, using strategic ambiguity and enforcement or the threat of it. I think is this the attorney? Yeah, he's the general counsel at Ripple. To advance its own jurisdiction rather than collaborate with other regulators, policymakers, and market participants. When will tactics stop? So here's an article. Who will protect investors from the SEC?
That's funny.
Amen. I mean, I tell you what, that is definitely what needs to happen. So I wouldn't necessarily qualify that as a giant tweet, to be honest with you. So we'll see what happens. I was hoping you would say, the case is over. That'd be great. Okay. So anyways, that's what's going on with Yellen. Let's move on here. Hackers take $196 million from Bitmart.
Yep.
I tell you what, to load up the family, head on down to Bitmart. Yep. Grab me some biddies.
Get them biddies from the Bitmart. And nothing like a big hack during a dump to get fears going even better.
Yeah. Now, if y'all didn't know, didn't they also announce that they were about to go public?
I think so. I mean, I get them mixed. There's so many bits, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, I think Justin had shared the somebody shared it in our Slack chat about it. Hackers have taken $196 million from the crypto trading platform Bitmart. Confirmed the hack in an official statement Saturday night, calling it a large-scale security breach and writing the hackers withdrew about $150 million in assets. Blockchain security and data analytics firm PeckShield estimates that the loss is closer to $200 million. At a statement, all withdrawals have been temporarily suspended because they don't have any money. That may not be why, but maybe. Shows steady outflow of tens of millions of dollars. Let's see. It was all on the Ethereum blockchain, including Binance Coin, SafeMoon, and Shiba Inu. Which, by the way, have y'all seen that SafeMoon chart? Have you seen this?
Not recently.
Let's see. Look at that.
Sheesh.
That's about when we started calling it a scam up here for y'all that didn't know. Actually, we probably called it a scam probably maybe earlier than that, actually. Probably back in October. But yeah, that thing is absolutely tanked. It's down from an all-time high of 6,500 sats down to 1,300. It's down like 80% since then. So, yeah. But anyways, they stole some Safe Moon from Bitmart. Don't know that's like stealing debt from somebody. Let's see. All their wallets were not harmed. They have said they're looking for more clarity on whether customer funds had been taken. We don't know that yet. It's unclear what methods they used. Let's see. They apparently went to 1inch to exchange the stolen tokens. From there, Ether coins are deposited in a privacy mixer known as Tornado Cash, which makes the money harder to trace. Those mixers or something. Cyber criminals often look to mixing services, yada, yada, yada. So, bad story for Bitmart, but there was actually a little bit more on it because Bitmart going public, I think it was.
Somebody said that they get Dave Portnoy's Safe Moon. That's pretty funny.
They what?
Somebody asked if they got Dave Portnoy's Safe Moon. Because I don't know if you remember, he did that big reveal and
Safe Moon.
I know, right at the top too.
Look, I would say you can't trust a sports guy with crypto information, but I'm a sports guy. You trust me.
He's literally done. I think he bought and then panic sold his Bitcoin at a loss and then came back and bought Safe Moon at the top. Like he's gotten destroyed.
So here, look, this just got published this morning. This got published an hour ago. Bitmart announces Series B raise led by Alexander Capital Ventures.
Wow. Talk about timing.
Let's see how much money are they trying to valuation of 300 million. Does it say on here on how much they're trying to raise? Because I'm pretty sure it's
be funny if
200 million more. The price just went up 200 million. So oh my gosh, that is so funny. That is so funny. I mean, it's certainly not, the hack's not funny. We wish people at Bitmart, but it's just pretty funny that, I mean, the timing of this, don't you think Bitmart, you maybe should have pushed this announcement back a little bit?
Yeah.
This ain't going to swing the favor back in your way real quick after you just got, you just got hacked that big. But look, KuCoin got hacked. They recovered. They recovered. And the KuCoin hack was, I think, the biggest ever at the time or close to it.
There have been
How much was the KuCoin hack?
There have been plenty of big hacks on major exchanges that they recover from, no problem. So don't get too caught
250 million. 250 million.
I wouldn't get too caught up in it, but it doesn't look great if you're going to ask a lot of investors for a lot of money when you just lost a bunch over the weekend.
All right, well, think about this. You can't make this stuff up. How much did you get hacked for? $200 million. What's the current valuation of your company? $300 million.
Yeah.
Like what?
Not a good
So you're saying you literally just lost 40% of your value overnight, basically? Right. I mean, does that factor into the valuation, the amount of money they have on hand? It should, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So somebody said NFTs are dead. People are saying that. Look, NFTs are on a dip. We'll see what happens. I'm not that worried. NFTs are definitely not dead. I definitely do not think they're dead. So
not a chance.
All right, last story of the day. Crypto cities on the rise. Long questions for policymakers. Do you think we'll ever remember to put a noob Q&A at the end of this again?
On Mondays?
Monday's a hard day to remember things.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now, I'll tell you one thing. TJ loves crypto cities.
Do I?
You love crypto cities.
Okay.
You think that eventually the world is going to be a crypto world. Like a blockchain world, like a digital world, crypto city world, a blockchain city world, where all cities are going to be blockchain cities. Can you explain that to us?
Have I said that? I don't remember saying anything.
You don't remember saying that?
No, I don't at all.
Oh, I think I remember you saying how much you hate them.
Yeah, I'm not.
Is that correct?
I wouldn't say I hate them. What I don't like is I feel like oftentimes they're presented as if it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Like right around the corner, even maybe being like 5 years, 10 years. And most of the time they're trying to raise all this money to do it. And I think it's way, way long ways off before we see anything like that. What does intrigue me is the city tokens and potentially them starting to operate similar to the way bonds do with countries. Like you get a little piece of ownership of the local government.
That's why we're excited about those city coins down the road.
Yeah. But full blockchain cities where everything's run on the blockchain, everything happens instantaneously through smart contracts. I don't know if we'll ever see that in my lifetime.
How long do you plan on living?
I don't know, maybe between 90 and 100.
between 90 and 100.
Yeah.
God, that's going to put me
Up
between 97 and 107.
there.
I'm going to have to outlive you, TJ.
Okay. Well,
I want all my money back eventually.
I don't know if that's how that works. But
Well,
okay.
yeah, we'll see, We'll see. Well, guys, I think that's all I got for today. Look, we've talked about these crypto cities a good bit. We're a little bit over today. So, somebody said Singularity coming in 24. You guys know Sophia the robot is supposed to be coming to the studio to get interviewed by moi here in maybe a month or two.
Interesting.
That's going to be pretty fun. Ben Gertzel, the creator of Sophia, should be coming. So I want to know what kind of questions. You guys can drop this in the comment section after this video. But what kind of questions should I ask Sophia? Like, I think one is like, Sophia, how does it feel to be the entity that may eventually destroy mankind?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. No, Sophia's okay. She's all right. Her handler told me. I said, "Where's Sophia?" He said, "This is so funny." He said, Sophia, she's back there. She gets some rest." I was like, "Come on, man." It was a great guy. I love that guy. He was so cool. The guy I talked to down at Decentralcon. But anyways, guys, that is all I got for today. I'm heading to LA tonight with TJ. We're going to go check out some stuff with Acon's people. We're going to go film Clerks 3 tomorrow and be back Wednesday. So we're going to do Wednesday night. We're going to live stream remote tomorrow and Wednesday. Back in the studio Thursday, and then DZ will be in charge on Friday this week. And then I'm not traveling for a while. So, all right, guys, that is all I got. Be blessed. Good way out.